Hey guys, so it's been years since I've posted anything, and I have been wanting to post something for a really long time, and really wanted to get into this like full time. I feel like I definitely have a calling for this, and the reason I just decided to just come here and make this video, even though I'm sitting in my car right now and I look disgusting, like obviously like a lot of people want to be like all cute and have their cute backgrounds, and I really want to take this serious and do all that too, but you know what? I feel called to talk right now. So the reason I feel called to talk is about everything going on in the government and everything that's been going on since the past 4 years, but especially the past week with the Capitol. I just feel like I need to talk and I need to vent, and I'm gonna post this because I just feel like a lot of people need to hear this. I just saw someone who I went to high school with. Oh, gosh, I grew up in Maine, and a lot of people I went to high school with are still just, living in Maine, haven't really experienced much, haven't really, they're sheltered is what I'm gonna say. And because of that, they are very ignorant. And I just saw someone post something, just some stupid meme, just saying, when they take all of our guns, when they censor all of our words, when they take all of our freedoms, that's when you'll know why. It was why we wanted to bear arms. Wake up. And obviously, this is about everything that's going on, okay? All of a sudden, everybody wants to say something about the censorship conversation. All of a sudden, it's very much on the forefront right now, but mostly just on the right-wing side of things. All of a sudden, the right-wingers, the Trump supporters, and all these people want to talk about censorship. It's just interesting that the first time they really start talking about this, and the first time I'm actually seeing like constant people posting about this is when they've been banned, like white supremacists and Nazis and racists are being banned. Isn't it interesting that that's the first time we're really hearing them say much about this? Because the truth is we've been censored for a very, very long time, and obviously to an extent in this country we're not censored as much as a lot of other countries. Yes, this is true. We do have a lot more freedoms, I do believe, but we are still censored a lot. I mean, why do you think that Snowden is stuck in Russia and can't ever come back here? Why do you think that Assange is stuck in England and just tried to get not have to get extradited to the US? Because if he comes here, they're going to torture him and kill him probably. And all he was doing was telling the truth about things that were really messed up going on overseas with the US Army. But anyways, censorship is around. But the thing is that, is it censorship if you're preventing violence? Is it censorship if you're preventing murders and chaos and trauma and suffering? Like, you can be as racist as you want. You can be racist. There's nothing against the law about being racist. You can be a white supremacist. You can be a Nazi. Do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, obviously, you have issues, very much so, and you need healing. But anyways, you can do whatever you want. There's no law against that. You can talk about whatever you want online. The difference is that people have the right, just like you have the right to say that stuff, doesn't mean that there's no repercussions, and it doesn't mean that people don't have the right and companies don't have the right to say, nah, fuck you, or your jobs don't have the right to be like, no, we don't want someone with that mentality dealing with the public or dealing with people. I mean, you can't have that kind of mentality and have a lot of positions that means you have to deal with a lot of different people and have us trust you. But, you can have that mentality, do whatever you want. You're not going to get locked up for being racist, but you are going to get locked up if you're fucking violent and if you storm the Capitol, or if you do something and then people can go back and trace back what you've said online and the things you've said online, and then it even makes your case even more intense. Yes, what you say online does matter, and yes, you do have the freedom to say a lot of things, but it doesn't mean there's not repercussions. And it is not the same thing. Like, it is not okay to, it's not okay for Twitter and for all these places to allow them to be like a place where these things are being planned, violent acts are being planned on these platforms. They can't allow that to happen. Are you kidding? I mean, anyways, so I just feel fired up because I feel like people are just really they're just so misguided. Everybody is so misguided. And you really have to look at it all with a grain of salt. Like, I'm not someone who's just like, yes, Democrats are everything. They're the saviors. They're the best. No, they're not that much different than Republicans. We know this. But I am holding out some faith because we do have a batch of people. Like, we have a lot of new young people like AOC and the senator that just got, into office in Georgia. Like, he's the youngest senator ever. We have a lot more diversity. Like, I just have faith in that there's a new body of people. And now that, the Democrats have control, at least I feel like we have people that, even if I don't agree with every single thing that they're gonna do, at least I feel like they're, sane and not just doing it for money. So yeah, like, I just think that people are so misguided, and what happened last week was so crazy. And I keep seeing, even family members of mine have posted stuff. I saw a family member post stuff about only it's in God's hands now. Only God is the only one that could intervene in this election. Like, because she's a Trump supporter. And like, I'm just like, holy crap. Like, people really think that stoner cough, just keeping it real. People really think that, holy shit, that Trump is like what God wants, that God wants Trump, and that God really wanted an insurrection, and that God would want to, you really think that that's, the Jesus that first of all, I just talk about Jesus more than, God and Jesus, but Jesus is who I follow. I'm a Christian, right? We're Christians, so I follow Christ. And we think about, what would Jesus do? What's happening right now, this was a fair election. Everybody has come out. There were 63 cases that Trump tried to, bring against the courts of election fraud. And every single one of them got overturned, or not, nothing was valid. Even his own judges that Trump appointed himself said that this was the most, least fraudulent election ever. This was the most secure election in history. Even his own people have said that. So any politician or anybody that is supporting overthrowing a valid election, like, how do these people really believe that this is fraud when his own people, even Mitch McConnell's like, no. Like, if we overturn this election, we are overturning everything. So all you people who are Trump supporters, who I feel like aren't you the people that are the ones that, you want your guns and stuff because of tyranny and treason, but that's what you're doing. Like, Antifa stands, and we're talking about Antifa all the time. Antifa stands for anti-fascism. What you guys tried to do last week and what Trump is trying to do is fascism. Like, how can you not understand that? This is what Hitler did 10 years before World War II, and then he did get in power, and he did fucking brainwash people, and millions of people were in concentration camps and died. We all know the story. But anyways, like, why are people not taking this serious? And why am I seeing people post stupid shit online? Like, sorry, I just had to rant. And I am just going to post this because we need to have a conversation. Let's talk. If anybody wants to ask me any questions, if anybody wants to talk about anything, please. I try to research as best I can, and I try to research all sides. I've always been someone who's tried to talk to even Trump supporters and try to understand. I grew up in Maine, like I said, around a lot of obviously mostly white people, a lot of people who live in the middle of nowhere, and a lot of people who are poor. And honestly, it's sad. I'm sad for them because they have been brainwashed. They've been brainwashed by white supremacy, and they've been brainwashed by the ruling class, who wants everybody who is like, middle class, poor class, working class to fight each other so that we're not paying attention to what the fucking corrupt billionaires are doing. It's been this way since the beginning of time. It's been this way since England, before they even came over and took over America. But anyways, like, that's what's so sad, is that I don't, I care about them too, and they deserve better, and we need to have a conversation. And especially white people and people who obviously we're the ones that are going to have more family members who we need to have these kind of conversations with, and we really do. We have to have conversations. We have to have these difficult conversations. We have to call people out, and we have to drill it into people's heads. We have to educate them over and over and over and over and over and over, and educate ourselves. Because I'm saying that I'm like know-all. There's a lot of times I'm still feel ignorant as fuck, even though I try to be more knowledgeable, but there's still so much I don't know, honestly. So we're all learning, but I just feel like I needed to rant, and I just think we need to talk about this. And yeah, like, you know, this may be a funny way to start back into my channel here, but it's a real way. And that's, you know, like, what's going on right now is crazy, and I'm sure a lot of you also are out there feeling like just in a weird place and just kind of feel like you want to talk. So I will be posting more videos. I want this channel to be like a lot of different things, you know. I want it to just be everything. Like, sometimes I am funny and I want to just laugh and make you laugh or be silly, and sometimes I want to, you know, show you beauty products. Like, sometimes I want to talk about politics. Sometimes, like, I just want it to be like an all channel, and I just want it to be a place that everybody feels welcome and just has a good time and feels like they either learned something or feels like, yeah, like they relate to it or whatever. And I just thank you all so much for watching if you made it to the end of this video, and I will have some more fun videos coming up, okay? And keep yourself sane. You know, make sure you're doing self-care things like I'm having to do. I'm definitely, mental health is a thing right now. Just like going for walks, writing in my journal, reading, all these things, you know, all the self-care things. It really makes a difference. And take care all, okay? Bye.